Gillette Stadium. Ashland is the Super Bowl champion of Division 6 and the winner of the Aganis Trophy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ashland Girls Soccer here on WACA-TV. I'm Josh Abrams, joined once again by Chase Abrams.
Yeah, we're here at Ashland High School for the first time this season for senior night for the girls. 2-9-4 start to this season, and they have not won at home. 0-3-3, 3 losses and 3 ties. Hoping to change that tonight.
Okay, and their opponents tonight, of course, the Norwood Mustangs. Also coming in tonight below 500, they are at 5-8-2. Their most recent game was 2 days ago at home against Hopkinton, a 1-0 win.
Yeah, well, these two teams played each other earlier in the season in Norwood, and they tied 2-2. We're going to see if Ashland's home field advantage can help them out in this game.
Okay, as Chase mentioned earlier, it is senior night here for girls soccer, and in pregame ceremonies, they honored the 7 seniors on this team: Ellie Braden, Molly Orr, Sarah Eza, Allie Laughlin, Maddie Marchetti. Did I miss anybody, Chase?
Alexa Robinson.
Thank you, Alexa Robinson. How could I leave Alexa off?
One of our senior captains tonight.
One of the tri-captains, that's right. So, sun just setting over the plateau here, but the action just about to get underway. The Ashland Clockers taking on the Norwood Mustangs.
Yeah, looking forward to a good one tonight as the captains meet at midfield to decide who gets ball. Interesting thing to note about this Norwood team is that they are almost entirely seniors and sophomores, with only one junior on that team, and everyone else is either a senior or a sophomore.
That's right, no freshmen. So relatively small squad for Norwood tonight, coming in with just 18 players.
If we could please have everybody rise and share with us a moment of silence in honor of senior captain Ellie Braden's father, James Braden. Thank you.
So just waiting for the two teams to take the field momentarily. Looking to get underway. We're a little bit behind that top of the hour start we were expecting, but nonetheless, here at WACA, we're ready to go.
Oh yeah, better late than never, you know what I always say.
And of course, if you're joining us tonight on Facebook Live or on YouTube, glad to have you with us. Feel free to drop us a comment or two. We'll be happy to work you into the broadcast. You want to shout out or say hi, happy birthday, anything along those lines, happy to accommodate you. And of course, want to remind folks that the latest episode of Clocker Talk is now available, so you can check that out at WACATV.com.
Yeah, be sure to check it out. How often are those coming out?
We're running those every other week. So the most recent episode did feature a segment on the Boston Marathon. The show, of course, is typically highlights and interviews Ashland High School sports, running the gamut across the fall sports. And, of course, we'll transition to winter when the time comes. And, of course, if you do have a question for a coach, player, referee, one of us, drop us a line at clockertalk@WACATV.com.
Yeah, and those episodes are covering every single sport for their respective season at Ashland High School. And it looks like the Mustangs are going to start with the ball right at midfield as they're about to kick it off.
So we're going to see a front line of Alexa Robinson, Allie Laughlin, Sarah Eza, and I think that's Katie English out there on the far wing.
I believe so.
40-minute halves, of course. Ashland lining up in a 4-2-4 alignment to kick things off.
Yep, and I think I see Katie English at the midfield, so we're going to try to figure out who's on that far wing.
Okay, in goal tonight, one of the 2 freshman goalies on the roster. This is Paige Tripp, will be tending the net. keeper, if you will, for the Clockers.
Big responsibility for a freshman.
Again, we earlier broadcast we had at the middle school, Paige played very well, really kept the team in throughout the game, making some big saves.
That's always good to see from the freshmen. Hope for the future.
Absolutely, and it certainly gives the defense a boost, knowing the confidence that they can rely on their keeper.
Yeah.
We're finally underway here. Good pressure by Sarah Eza. Ball gets turned over momentarily and then cleared out to the far side. Looks like that'll be inbounded by Bryn Lutka. So, coach not afraid to go to the freshman early here, right at the tip off.
Yeah. Mustangs near the middle of the field, back in fourth game. Katie English stepping up for it, but the Mustangs retake control.
Leading pass blocked aside by Corinna Brown.
Yeah, she was looking for Allie Steves on this near sideline. Ashland steps up, and Sarah Eza has it near the middle of the field. Little miscommunication, but Molly Orr's got it.
Saw a handball there on number 14, Emily Femme of the Mustangs, but no call.
Yep.
Clockers push back, try to reset a bit. Went a little too far for Corinna Brown, but able to keep it in.
Yep, Alexa Robinson. Still on this near sideline, Ashland battling for it. Corinna Brown finds Molly Orr, who missteps.
There's a long leading pass. Okay, good coverage there as Maddie Parchetti kind of covered the ball, keeping Norwood attacker from getting to it, allowing Paige Tripp to make the save. Paige boots it out by the 30-35 yard line of the football field, out of bounds. It's going to be a Mustang ball, throw in.
Yep, the Mustangs already getting some penetration in that Ashland defense as they try to find Michaela Reen near the middle of the field, closer to this near side.
Okay, so Clockers defense stifles and forces a turnover here. Throw in goes to Katie English and turned right back over. So it'll be Norwood ball in Clocker territory. Just 2 minutes in here. If you're just joining us, you haven't missed too much. It's 0-0. 2 minutes gone by here in the first half.
Ashland takes over, looking for Sarah Eza in that middle of the field. Katie English has it, looking for the far side. Yep, that's Ellie Braden on the far side, who we missed earlier. Allie Laughlin, yeah, with a deep kick down that far sideline.
This is by far the deepest that the Clockers have gotten into NAB territory so far tonight. We got a whistle. It's going to go Ashland's way. The ball probably went out of bounds on the far sideline. So Bryn Lutka with the throw in. Over to Molly Orr. Quickly attracts 3 defenders.
Looks like there's a Norwood player down, but they have not called a stoppage of play yet.
And there's the whistle.
Yeah, it looks like that Norwood player may have been kicked in the face, which is always dangerous when the ball bounces higher than the waist.
Okay, that looks like Emily Femme, actually a junior, going to have a seat on the bench, get tended to there, and looks like Jenna Nauman coming in a junior for the Mustangs. Really getting thrown off by these jerseys. Norwood looks like white shirt, shorts,
Oh yeah,
socks with a maroon or a red numbers and letters, and I thought Norwood was more of a blue and yellow, but
yeah. I think there might be a red yellow border for that maroon number, but it's not super easy to see.
And lighting definitely superior here at the high school versus the middle school, but we are still going to have some problems as we lose our natural light to sunset. Having a little trouble picking up numbers on the far side of the field.
Yep.
So heavily contested ball right at midfield on the far side and worked its way back to the Clockers, who opt to just boot it as deep as they can.
Almost found Allie Laughlin in the middle of the field. As Catherine Carter steps up for that one.
Alexa Robinson battling. Good communication by the Clockers, but ball goes out of bounds off Catherine Carter. So Norwood inbounds right about midfield. Ball headed away, and it'll be almost an identical location for the throw-in.
Yep, this is Samantha Reen on the throw. Oh, yep, Samantha Reen on the throw-in for the Mustangs. Catherine Carter steps up.
Clockers just having all kinds of trouble just getting that ball over midfield. Not been able to penetrate the offensive zone yet, let alone get a shot so far.
I mean, on the plus side, Norwood hasn't gotten too much farther, but if it keeps going like this, you really want the Clockers to get some more momentum on offense.
That's just, you know, again, comfort level, right? Get that ball out of the Ashland zone. Let's go on the offensive.
Yeah, for sure.
But Norwood with one of their better opportunities so far tonight to throw in pretty deep.
Allie Laughlin gets it out of that zone.
Can't connect with Sarah Ezza, but here's a break.
Alexa Robinson, yeah. Plenty of space. She finds Katie English in the middle of the field who can't handle the pass.
And that ball shoots out of bounds. It'll be Clocker throw in on the far side.
Bryn Ludko with the throw-in. Katie English heads it. Good idea, but it's intercepted by the Mustangs very quickly.
Corinna Brown had stepped up, able to break that up, but pass doesn't really lead to anywhere. Sarah Ezza all alone up there at the front line, not able to do too much so far. Allie Laughlin putting some excellent pressure here defensively, but that one will get pushed out by Alexa. Samantha Reen with another throw in.
Corona Brown steps up. Alexa Robinson trying to find Sarah Ezza towards the middle of the field.
She almost broke one there.
Ooh, yeah. Still, this is looking like a more solid of an opportunity here for the Clockers.
So Sarah's down there 1-on-3 plus the keeper. Keeper elects to take it. Good leg all the way out toward midfield. Broken up by the Clockers, but Norwood controls.
Katie English with some momentum, switching fields, going to the opposite side. She kicks it out of bounds in the direction of Ellie Braden. And once again, Ashland really having some trouble getting into Norwood's defensive zone. It just doesn't seem like they've had any momentum on that side of the field.
Okay, Corinna Brown tried tracking that one down, but just a step too late, out of bounds here, and Samantha Reen with another throw in down the near sideline, broken up nicely by Brown. Centering pass attempt connects.
Norwood tries to turn the corner there, broken up by Catherine Carter.
But still not out.
Yeah, they are maintaining control in this Ashland zone right now. And there's the lead pass.
Down the near sideline, looking for a cross, blocked aside, and out of bounds.
Yeah, Jenna Nauman for the Mustangs had a real opportunity there in that near corner.
So corner kick opportunity here for Norwood, the first of the night for either team. Paige Barnett, long shot, it's loose in front of the net, header toward it. Broken up as Alexa almost takes a foot in the face, but avoids contact.
Tries to keep it in bounds.
And just trying to get it out. Another attempt. That one will reach midfield, but Norwood is going to punch it right back in.
Allie Laughlin steps up on it and was looking for Sarah Ezza, but Mustang defender just gets in the way of that. Now finds Ellie Braden on that far side. Another scuffle in the middle of the field as Norwood takes over. Once again, these consistent short passes in the middle of the field for the Mustangs have been working really well against the Ashland defense. But Ashland gets the ball here. Corona Brown on the near sideline. Ball moving around in the middle of the field. Looked for a deep pass to Sarah Eza there, but it's intercepted by Norwood again.
Yeah, I mean, so far it just seems like Ashland is playing one person up front. Everybody else is back.
I'm seeing Sarah Eza is the only like true striker that they're running right now.
Right, so when they do, I mean, she's got a lot of ground to cover. They're not being successful in hitting her. She's running all over trying to track down these passes. And then when she finally does get her foot on one, she's all alone out there. So here's a long shot on goal. Tripp eats it up.
Yeah. Well, first shot on goal of the game for Norwood. Unless we could kind of count the corner kick, but I don't think so.
Okay, headed backwards by Norwood. Just exchanging headers right now. There's a collision, but no call.
Ellie Braden almost created an opportunity there. They're saying that was out on her.
Okay, Norwood throw in. They have control by midfield. Another out of bounds on the far sideline. We are about 10 minutes, 11 minutes gone by here in the first half. 0-0. Josh Abrams, Chase Abrams with you here on WACA-TV. Norwood trying to put some pressure on, but the Clocker defense snuffs that attempt. Robinson tries to find English.
Yep, Katie English. She goes back to Maddie Marchetti, who's switching fields now. Finds Bryn Ludko on the far side. It's taken away by the Mustangs again. Laughlin in the middle of the field, looking for Sarah Eza, but once again, she is 1-on-4 up there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it looks like the Clocks are just like waiting for a defensive breakdown and then take advantage of it.
They're not. They don't seem to be pushing that much. Everyone pretty much remaining around midfield except Sarah. Oh, they've got a chance for Allie Laughlin.
Great hustle, but unable to connect there. But by far their best offensive opportunity of the night.
Yeah, a pass got through, and Allie almost beat that last defender coming from behind.
Here's an opportunity now for Norwood, 1-on-1. That's Marchetti back. Takes it away. Puts it up the near sideline, but intercepted by Norwood. Here's a shot on net, blocked aside before it reaches. Marchetti blocks it again. Out of bounds on Brown. Be a throw in here deep in Ashland territory.
Yeah, Catherine Carter acting as that last line of defense as she has been for the last couple of years for Ashland. We're seeing our first substitutions of the night as Julia Schreiber comes in for Sarah Eza. Anna McGinnis is in for Molly Orr.
That one gets headed out of bounds. Looks like we're going to be setting up for a Norwood corner kick, their second opportunity of the night. So once again, this is Paige Barnett with the corner kick attempt. Line drive attempt toward the top of the box and headed out of harm's way by the Clockers. Gathered on the far sideline, that's Bryn Ludka.
Yep, Julia Schreiber is down there as well. We're seeing her play a lot farther back than we saw Sarah Eza play earlier. But now it looks like Ashland had numbers, but they turned it over to the Mustangs.
That's just
still an opportunity though.
Nope. I'm not sure if one or both of those Ashland attackers were offsides, but the hand went up.
That was a back and forth Ashland possession. They had numbers, they turned it over, they got it back, and it looked like they had a good opportunity deep in the Norwood zone, but they were called for offsides. It's either Julia Schreiber, Alexa Robinson, or both. Anna McGinnis on that far side looking for Sophie Ledachevsky, I believe, getting her first minutes of the game.
So very interesting. It looks like with this substitution, the Clockers are suddenly playing much more aggressively on offense.
Yeah, maybe playing to their different players' strengths. But, I mean, yeah, we saw them pushing the tempo a lot more once they made this substitution.
Okay, Norwood pushes it way up the field in a foot race. And again, Marchetti crosses over to thwart another offensive attempt by Norwood.
Yep, kicks it out of bounds, but Norwood's got some momentum as we see Samantha Reen throw it in again.
Okay, English just kicks it out of bounds on the sideline. Another throw in here for Ream. We're going to get a whistle. I think we're going to get a shove called on the Clockers. That may have been Anna McGinnis with getting called on that one. So free kick here. And again, Paige Barnett will take it for the Clockers. We've got a 3-person wall set up here.
Yeah, I don't know how effective that's going to be.
Gonna back up that wall.
Yeah.
So I think I've got English and Laughlin as part of it. Shot on net, sails high and wide, out of bounds. Nobody able to get a head on it for either team. It'll be a goal kick for the Clockers.
Yeah, Barnett showing some real strength from the corner and on that free kick.
Okay, about 24 minutes to go now in the first half. Still 0-0 between the Clockers and the Mustangs of Norwood.
Yeah, their first game was a 2-2 tie, relatively high scoring, but you know, no real offensive action from either team so far in this game.
Here's a loose ball on the far sideline and an opportunity for the Mustangs, but a little too far, not able to corral it before it goes over the goal line. So turnover here, ball goes to the Clockers. So Chase, not sure if you're aware, I saw an article this morning in the Metro West Daily News that the MIAA power rankings are out.
Oh yeah?
So, you know, again, they changed things up for the postseason this year. It's kind of a convoluted system. There's points involved, and it's you know, still getting my head wrapped around this one. But
I still like that they do that. How's Ashland looking?
You know, in most other sports, not girls soccer, but in the other sports, I think everybody, if the season ended today, they would all be going to the playoffs.
That's great to see.
Again, for the sports that have those power rankings, so football, boys soccer, volleyball.
Okay, I don't really think a lot of those sports are a surprise. Football, pretty much year in and year out, has shown that they've been really, really strong. Boys soccer, the only thing to really look out for is the amount of cards that they've been getting.
Sure. We'll be checking in with them Monday.
Yeah.
We'll be carrying a game live here on WACA-TV, boys soccer, on Monday night at, what, 5:30?
Yeah, I believe so. And you mentioned girls volleyball. We're going to be there tomorrow night.
That's right. From the gym.
From the gym.
Just a couple hundred yards away from where we stand right now.
Yeah, a little change of pace, being on top of the press box instead of, you know, just on top of the bleachers or at a table in front of the bleachers in the gym. A little farther away. All right, Reen throws it in for the Mustangs here on the near sideline.
Okay, Norwood with control, but then turns it over the moment I say something.
Yeah.
Robinson with it right now, putting
Good,
it out
yeah.
toward midfield. Just a little too far for Julia Schreiber.
But she takes it. She takes it back. Looking for someone to go with it and finds Ludka on that far side. Katie English looking for, is that Sophie Ledachevsky? I think so. They're deep in the Mustang zone for the first time in a little bit. And
Good
they've
job
got
on
possession,
a double
yeah.
team there. Just these passes aren't just not quite connecting.
Hey, this is one of the first sustained offensive drives we've seen for the Clockers so far. So definitely showing signs of life here.
So throw in here for the Clockers. Loose ball for a moment. It's loose out in front. Here's a quick shot on net, but way too high and over top of the net. That was Schreiber with a quick attempt.
It's a shot on goal, though.
You love taking that shot. High percentage from the slot. A little
Absolutely.
deeper than she probably would want it, but just way too much leg on that one.
Even still, I mean, one-timer, good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, so far tonight, these opportunities have been few and far between as we reach the 20-minute mark of the first half. Still 0-0 between these two teams, Clockers and Mustangs.
Ashland's got possession of it again. They've got Julia Schreiber on the near sideline. Switches fields to Sophie Ledachevsky. Kobe Lima to freshman on the far side. It was Ludka with the shot on goal, but the Norwood keeper takes it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be taking a shot from that far out, you really are just hoping to get some kind of a deflection, some kind of a screen, and neither of those things happened on that opportunity.
Yeah, and then every once in a while, one of those shots goes in. Although not as much as at the high school level. This is Kobe Lima in the middle of the field.
Well, again, since that initial substitution chase, the ball definitely spending more time in the Norwood end of the field. So Clocker's doing a better job of getting the ball out of their own zone, but nothing to show for it yet on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it does seem to still be getting tied up around midfield more often. But yeah, Ashland showing some more life on the offensive end for sure.
Long punt. We got a whistle here. A little too much contact there at midfield. This one's going to go against the Clockers. So a free kick here for the Mustangs right at midfield. Cecilia Venditti taking it for the Mustangs, actually 5 yards back from midfield. There's a long centering pass off the head of McGinnis.
Yeah, based on where the Norwood players were standing, I was just expecting for that kick to go a little farther. The student section starts to get into it for the first time tonight. It is great to have him back, at these games.
Especially a much larger crowd here in honor of senior night.
Absolutely. Just like the energy that the student section, the fans bring to home games was sorely missed during COVID times.
So that one sails out of bounds on the far sideline. This will be Mustang ball. Intercepted by the Clockers. Another turnover here. McGinnis looking for some help.
She's got nowhere to go with it.
Reverses herself.
Yeah, it goes back. English to Ludka. To McGinnis. Good short passes. Looking for Ledachevsky down that far sideline.
Ledachevsky with a centering pass. Broken up by the defense. Oh, Laughlin gets a foot on it. Might have another shot. Blocked aside and then booted way out of bounds. So starting to set up like a great opportunity for the Clockers, just not able to connect. And here's a throw into McGinnis. Back to Lutka.
Yeah, barely keeps. Oh, didn't keep it in. Well, it could have been a routine play. Turns into the Mustangs' ball on the far sideline, about their own 15-yard line.
Under 17 minutes to go now in the first half. 0-0 your score. Announcers here on WACA-TV.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, wasn't a ton of action to start the game, but Ashland is showing some signs of life as we get deeper into this first half.
Trying to connect with Laughlin there, but brushed aside by the Norwood defense. Nice step up there by Lutka. Lima trying to control it and does. Dishes to the near side now. That was to Brown, but her shot well wide of the net and just picked up by the Norwood keeper. A bit of a shorter kick this time. Misplayed by Brown. Mistimed that one. Ball triples all the way back deep into the Ashland zone. As English was getting into a little bit of trouble there. Interesting choice by Tripp to play that one up the middle.
Yeah, based on how she was kicking that, I don't know if that was what she was trying to do. Obviously, always kicking towards the middle of the field can be dangerous when it's on your own side. Laughlin makes a nice play on the far sideline.
Another good step up there by Lutka. Ball traveling back and forth between the 40s right now. Norwood steps up with it, but turned right back over to the Clockers. Centering pass to Lima. See some good footwork here from Lima, always a treat. A little miscommunication here between Brown and English. No harm, no foul.
Yep, Carter switches fields to Ludka on that far side. Kicks it between two Clocker players. Neither one knows where to go with it.
McGinnis, a nice little poke check, if you will, kind of a hockey term. And here's an opportunity. McGinnis forces the turnover, but gets ridden aside. This one goes sailing out of bounds. But a Clocker ball, throw in here in Norwood territory. Quick turnaround. But broken up by the Mustangs. Still kept in momentarily. Turnover, turnover, turnover.
Yep.
Centering attempt blocked by English. Good header there by Ludka. Sent that one like a good 10, 15 yards.
Yeah, and right in the direction of Sophie Ledachevsky.
So Marchetti will track this one down all the way into the corner now. Centering pass.
Oof.
Oh, never like to see that one, but
she had a little
found
bit of
Brown.
space, yeah.
Schreiber trying to get this one under control.
Goes back to Brown, who goes to Lima, who goes back to Schreiber.
Yeah,
That's the triangle pass
Good
that you
triangle
like to
passing,
see.
yep.
Who finds Laughlin.
Oh, they had English streaking, but couldn't connect.
That was a great, great play run by the Clockers.
So Carter's going to run this one all the way down and just knock it on the
It
right
just
side of
keeps
the
it, yeah.
flag to prevent the corner kick.
Heads up play there.
It's under 14 minutes to go now in the first half. Still 0-0 between the Clockers and the Mustangs. Want to take a moment to say thank you to our one-man crew, the maestro,
Yep, the man himself.
Connor Donovan. We're doing it all tonight. The streaming, the camera work, the editing, you name it. That's why they call him the maestro.
You sure it's not just us?
Well, Rob does too.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. As far as I know, like, I'll have to talk to Bob Thacker, but as far as I know, all WACA announcers refer to Connor as the maestro. Good hustle by Schreiber, but you can't catch up to that errant pass. Ball gets turned over to the Mustangs, who throw in and turn it right back over to the Clockers. But this centering attempt is no good. Back and forth we go. As McGinnis, I think, kicked that off the back heel of Vanessa Thompson.
Ludka keeps, it's Ludka keeps it in bounds. Back and forth near the middle of the field, but closer to Ashland's side now. As the Mustangs player boots it out of bounds, and it's going to be Corinna Brown on the throw-in. She was not, not
Wrong
even
line.
close.
Wrong line.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Oh, there are too many lines on this field.
They play a lot of sports.
I know. I mean, what? There are lines for football,
Oh,
soccer,
they're gonna
field
call that a
hockey,
turnover.
lacrosse.
Look at that.
Wow.
So
Okay, yeah, I don't That's fine.
So Norwood still maintains control. Another throw-in, moving deeper and deeper in Ashland territory. This one broken up with a header, but Schreiber can't get it out on the near sideline. Centering attempt blocked aside by Alexa.
Yep.
Centering attempt blocked aside, and now the ball finally is forced out over midfield and out of bounds. This will be a Norwood throw-in.
It's
Familiar
on
Samantha Reen again.
It's on the Norwood side of the field, though, for the first time in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of bottled up around the 40s right now, as it has been for much of the game. But now the Mustangs have some momentum with number 3, Marissa Cataldo.
Here's a shot on net, but way wide, short side. Never a threat there. Ball goes out of bounds. I'll have a goal kick here. Paige Tripp will do the honors, of course, as we tick down to just about 11 minutes to go in the first half.
Every time I love that call. Way wide, short side, yeah.
You like that one better than way wide, long side?
Oh, it's close. I'll have to think about that one.
Yeah, you give that some thought. So this ball's booted out by the 40, but turned over. Norwood has it now, trying to settle it. It's in the center of the field now. There's an opportunity on the far side. See if you get a foot on it. There's the shot, but right in on Tripp, who had the angle covered.
Well, it's the deepest Norwood's gotten in about 5 or 10 minutes. So Ashland was able to stop them before they could get that final prize, the goal, of course.
So Allie Laughlin able to get a foot on that and push it further into Norwood territory, but it's thrown right back out. Carter trying to knock it out of bounds off a Norwood player. Fails. It's still in bounds.
And she kicks it
There's
off the Norwood.
A successful
How about
attempt.
that?
There you go. Okay,
Nice.
so Brown is going to very conscientiously make sure she's behind the yellow line on the throw-in.
Yep.
A dangerous moment there, but Laughlin gets it out. Oh, that's
Ooh.
a bad collision. That looked like head-to-head. She is down, yeah. It's Erin Reen who took the worst of that collision. She's still a little shaken up on the field. And there's the whistle.
Timeout on the field is Allie Laughlin and Erin Reen. They've had a head-to-head collision there, and Reen is coming off the field.
So while we have the timeout, of course, just a reminder that if you're not a Clocker Club member yet, it's not too late to join. Membership start at just $25 and help support our student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs. You can learn all about the Clocker Club at clockerclub.org.
Yeah, I don't know what you've been waiting for if you're not a member yet. It's an incredible club. It does a bunch of great stuff for the community.
I can't really editorialize since I'm kind of on the board of the Clocker Club, but they do a lot of great things and really help keep this athletic program running.
Absolutely.
So Clocker's on the move here for a moment. Turned over here right at midfield. Kept in nicely by the Mustangs, and Carter just boots it on out of bounds. So another throw in here for the Mustangs. Samantha Ream, of course. Under 9 minutes to go now in the first half, 0-0. Ooh, nice backwards kick. That was always love to see that play. It didn't work out for the Mustangs, but it was well played.
Schreiber maintains control of it. She's got Lima in the middle of the field, and that's
trying to go far, though, all the way across to Thompson.
Yeah, I think she just came in the game for the first time a little while ago, in for Sophie Ledachevsky on a sub.
Thrown for the Clockers on the far side. English with it. Trying to work their way down the far sideline, but brushed aside by the Norwood defense. Off a Clocker head and all the way down. Carter will give way to Tripp. Pick it up. Nice safe play.
Yep, takes her time as we're just under 8 minutes here now in the first half.
Thompson with a shot here, pushing aside ahead for Laughlin. Can't quite get it under control, but it's still loose. Norwood pushes it way up ahead into the Clocker territory, and the Clocker defense shuts it down.
Yep, Lidka makes a nice play on it on the far side. Norwood had a player running down the field and almost overtook her, but she kicks it out of bounds, slows them down a little bit.
Getting a substitution now for Norwood as Marissa Cataldo steps out and Jenna Nauman is back into the game for the Mustangs. Clockers break this one up and force it way out. Laughlin not quite able to get a foot on it there.
Lima makes a nice play on the ball, but now they're bunched up around midfield again.
English gets it taken away. Thompson with it here for the moment. Give and go up to English. Can't connect with Laughlin. There's a really tight Mustang defense once you get over midfield.
Yeah.
This one skips through the Ashland D all the way down. Tripp coming out. Goes down to one knee like an infielder.
Yep.
Baseball makes the play.
Huh.
I'm going to boot this one out, but not over the Mustang defense.
Lima cuts back on the near side, finds Schreiber.
Schreiber's pass gets blocked aside, and here's...
Yep, offsides. There it is. I didn't want to say anything. I was like, I'm waiting for the call.
So Marin Giambanco called offsides for the Mustangs. And the Clockers will take over right around their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do about that. I mean, the ball deflects right at you. I mean, you don't have time to get back on the other side of the defender.
Carter with the big boot, but can't get it over the defense. But McGinnis heads it deeper into territory. Ball works its way over to the far sideline, headed there. Kept in by Lutka to McGinnis. McGinnis with it now. Still Clockers with it. Lima pushing it further ahead, but too far. Carter can't connect. So about 5.5 to go in the first half, and Norwood keeper going to boot this one away.
Yeah, Lima making some nice plays in the middle of the field, creating some good opportunities for the Clockers as McGinnis steps up nicely.
Couldn't control it before it was taken away. And now another big boot by the Mustangs, driving it far deep into the Ashland zone.
That's one way to get rid of it, yeah.
Getting a few substitutions here.
Are they saying that that's a Mustang, the Mustangs ball?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I saw the ref with his arm pointed that way, and I was confused.
I guess he was just pointing to tell her she could throw in.
Oh, okay.
It is the same arm motion. He just
Yeah.
motioned that it was Mustang ball there. Oh, here we go. Clocker's trying to make something happen here. Thompson tied up, and now McGinnis too, forcing it ahead, inch by inch, yard by yard. Lima with it at midfield. Never quite had that one under control. Able to push it back to English. English trying to push it back, but it's intercepted by the Mustangs. Taken away by English. Over midfield.
She's got Thompson on the far sideline.
Thompson's pass intercepted by the Mustang D. Clocker still had a little bit of control there for a moment. This one's booted high in the air.
Yeah, right in our direction.
And out of bounds off of Jenna Nauman of the Mustangs. So Alexa inbounding. Broken up by the Mustang D.
Robinson steps up on that, but the Mustangs retain control.
Okay, got a winger running down the sideline, but Carter brushes it aside and out of bounds. Be a Mustang throw-in. I don't think Samantha Ream has taken a minute off this half. We're under 4 minutes to go now.
Getting a little physical there between Julia Schreiber and Paige Barnett, a sophomore on Norwood. Kobe Lima, once again.
Centering attempt blocked aside. Here's Carter, but she doesn't have numbers. Here's Schreiber streaking down the near sideline.
Yeah, Laughlin and Schreiber are on about a 2-on-4 right now.
Okay, here comes the rest of the team. A centering attempt by Schreiber goes over the head of Laughlin. Lima will get to it. Nice play there.
Laughlin
Can they
looking
lead
for
to Schreiber? Left footer. Beautiful save. It was a tough angle for Schreiber. Good to see her use the left foot there. That was the right move.
Good lead passes there on that drive.
Another Ashland attempt stymied. And we remain deadlocked, 0-0, under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Schreiber has it now, centering across to McGinnis. McGinnis met quickly. Both players hit the ground. No whistle.
Call, yeah. It's not often you see both players land on the ground and not a call. But
yeah, I mean, Chase, you and I have done a lot more boys soccer this year than girls soccer, and that's a play that would have drawn an instant whistle.
Yeah, well, I don't know. With some of the games that we've announced, they've been very, very physical.
McGinnis leaves it for, I can't even see who that is.
I think that's Allie Laughlin, number 18, senior captain.
Now we got the whistle.
I didn't even see what happened.
Yeah, go against the Clockers, so it'll be a free kick here for the Mustangs in their own end. Under 2 minutes to go now in the first halftime, of course, being kept on the field. Mustangs have time for at least one more rush. See if the Clockers can keep up the good defense they've displayed all first half.
Yep. Anna McGinnis, the one closest to the ball near midfield right now, but they've got some freedom.
Norwood passing well up until right then. Schreiber picks this one off back to Carter. Carter's pass intercepted. Now Norwood's got a shot, but a hard shot right up the middle. Probably should have been a pass.
Yeah.
Tripp picks it up easily as we continue to tick down toward the end of the first half. Ball's up by midfield, played by Thompson, kept in to McGinnis off her head. Norwood momentarily had some breathing room, had some daylight, but quickly met by Lima. Ball's taken away, but controlled right now by the Mustangs.
Yeah, that Norwood player, Paige Barnett, was showing some good footwork, but Lima was having none of it. Stepped up and made the play defensively.
Catherine Carter very physical with her Norwood counterpart there and forced a turnover. English with it now. Getting heavy pressure by Norwood. Really some serious forechecking by the Mustangs right there. Lima now.
Yeah, this could be the opportunity.
Give and go with McGinnis. Back to McGinnis now.
Through the legs.
Passing ahead to Laughlin. She's got an opening. Here's the shot. It's just knocked aside off the fingertips. Play of the game so far tonight as the game remains deadlocked late here in the first half.
I mean, I told you, we saw the Norwood defenders stepping up a little bit, saw them, maybe overreact on offense a little bit. They had a lot of players up. Ashland took advantage there, and they got their best shot on goal so far this half.
That one sails out of bounds, and it's going to be a clocker throw-in right around midfield.
Yeah, it's going to be a long run for the ball girl. Oh, it stayed in the field, thank goodness.
Throw-in goes to McGinnis. Looking for help. She gets shoved aside, and there is a whistle. I wasn't sure they were going to call that one. That was blatant.
Yeah, happy about that call. He was right there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Looking for an opportunity here, the long boot.
Rushed aside by the Norwood D.
Now it's the Ashland defenders who are stepping up. It looks like a lot right now, but they're rotating back. Maddie Marchetti uses her height advantage there. Katie English up to Allie Laughlin. She's looking for Julia Schreiber.
She got that great foot on it. Terrific job. This one's going to go out of bounds over the goal line.
Yep.
But they're going to say it's off of Schreiber.
Just barely. It looks like she tripped into it.
Really put on a terrific burst of speed to make that into something. Yeah, I think she maybe even caught the Norwood defender off guard a little bit with that speed.
Yeah, I think she's got a slight speed advantage on that far back Samantha Reen. And she showed it a little bit so far tonight.
Okay, well, so there's the whistle, and that brings us to the end of the first half. Again, deadlocked, 0-0 between your Ashland Clockers and the Norwood Mustangs. Chase, any final thoughts before we send it to the half?
Well, I think Ashland looked really good to close out the half. Got a lot more opportunities on offense. So I think that they're starting to look stronger, but they kind of capitalize on more of those opportunities.
Okay, so we'll look to see if they can keep things going and maybe even put a goal in the second half.
Yeah,
and
maybe even.
So we'll take a quick break here. We've got a timeout on the field. It is halftime, so we'll go grab a refreshing beverage, and we'll catch up with you right here on WACA-TV. And welcome back to second half action. Girls soccer taking on the Norwood Mustangs. 0-0 so far. It was a pretty evenly matched first half. Ashland with a few good opportunities once they got a little more aggressive about 6-7 minutes into that first half, Chase.
Yeah, I mean, most of the first half, the ball was kind of locked up in between the 40s, right around midfield. It didn't really look like any team had the advantage. Maybe Norwood for a little bit at the start of the game, and Ashland for a little bit longer at the end of the half. So, looking to maybe set themselves apart a little bit, score a couple times.
Okay, and as we wait for tip-off to begin here in the second half of the girls' soccer game, happy to report that the boys' soccer teams recorded a 6-1 win today over the Norwood Mustangs, so a big win for the boys. We'll catch up with them, of course, on Monday down at the middle school here on WACA-TV.
Very excited about that win, and they just got here to support the girls on senior night. And
so I want to compliment Ashland Athletic Director Stephen Marks for being on top of things there on Twitter. It's where I get all my news.
I get mine on Instagram, so I saw the same thing.
So we're underway here in the second half, and Norwood pushing it deep into the Clocker zone as that one gets pushed out of bounds by Lutka. Going to call that one going the other way. Nice attempt by Lutka to throw that one in before the...
I would have done the same thing.
So instead it's the Norwood's throwing in. This one goes trickling out of bounds. It'll stay Norwood ball deep in Clocker territory. That was Lauren Reen on the throw-in, but it's pushed aside by the Clockers. Not out, though, as Norwood continues to put the pressure on offense.
Sarah Ezza takes it away. First time we've seen her since the start of the first half.
And again, it looks like they're might be running the same formation that they opened the game with just one striker up on the front line.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, they got a lot of their offensive opportunities with the other formation that they ran in that first half. I don't think that they should be taking their foot off the gas.
Well, I think they're gonna run a formation based on the personnel on the field. So
I guess, yeah.
Just one of the many things I've learned from watching 2 seasons of Ted Lasso.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's Eza on the far sideline looking for some help. Here's a centering pass attempt blocked aside. Couldn't quite connect to Laughlin. English gets ridden off, and this ball gets punched deep into Ashland territory. There's Marchetti, and she'll just push it out of bounds.
Yep, they have the numbers there.
Lauren Reen with the throw-in. Apparently Norwood content to let the Reen sisters take care of all throw-ins. Here's an opportunity for Sarah Eza if she can catch up to it, but she doesn't have numbers. She's 1-on-3. Laughlin now joining her on offense. Pushed back to English. Oh, make that Alexa Robinson. My mistake there. Catherine Carter stepping up here. Can't get past that first line of defense. Here's English. Clocker's trying to stay on side. The ball gets pushed into the far corner and out of bounds. Let's see which way they rule this one. It's going to be Clocker ball. First good opportunity of the second half for the Clockers deep in Mustang territory. Brown throws in, but right at 2 Mustangs. And going to get another. Oh, it does stay. I thought that one was going out for sure. Sarah Eza has it on her foot momentarily, but taken away. And the Clockers punch all the way in.
Ooh. So Allie Laughlin.
Like to think that wasn't intentional. A little bit of a collision between Laughlin and the keeper.
Getting a little chippy out there. You never know. Molly Orr steps up on
I think
it.
Laughlin still feeling a little sore about not connecting on that great offensive opportunity late in the first half.
I mean, yeah, fantastic shot on goal. The goalie just made a good play on it.
Wow, still no call. There was probably fouls on both sides there.
Yeah, and once again, it's starting to get a little bit more physical.
Shoving, an elbow. Here's an opportunity for Norwood, pushing all the way in. Marchetti lets that one go over the goal line.
Wait, they're calling that a corner?
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Huh.
Guess Marchetti misread that one, and perhaps you did too, Chase. That
And
one
I
out of
don't-
bounds on the Clockers.
I don't think either of us misread that one, Dad.
Okay. So about 4 minutes gone by here in the second half. The 2 teams deadlocked. Let's see if Norwood gets a shot out of this one. Sarah Eza breaks it up, but here's a shot on goal, and Tripp on her tippy toes makes the save.
That might have been like one of the first real shots on goal we've seen for the Mustangs in this game, but Tripp made a good play.
Yeah, good combination of velocity and angle on that shot.
Yeah, we've seen the Mustangs' probably best offensive opportunities come off the, I believe, 3 corner kicks that they've had in this game. With that one probably being, that time probably being the closest that they've come to scoring. Ball's tied up on that far sideline.
Yeah, one-on-one battle going on there on that far sideline. There's a whistle, and it's going to go Mustang way. So free kick here. I'm not sure. I guess there was some kind of physical penalty there, not a throw in.
All right, the kick for Norwood. Can't see who that is.
Still loose in the box.
Got to get it out of there.
Yeah, want to get it out. Tripp hops up, grabs it, and another crisis averted.
If I was her, just punt it as far away from the goal as possible.
Yeah, just waiting for a team to clear out of there. Eza heads it
Good
further
header.
ahead. Nice job, but somehow the ball's back in Ashland territory.
Once again, loving the reactions from the home supporters.
Okay, Braden couldn't quite catch up to that one. Ream with the throw in here on the near sideline, brushed aside by Braden. We move further down the field and now over midfield into Ashland territory. That's Aaron Flaherty in the middle of things. Well, yet another throw in here on the near sideline.
Molly Orr Gets it back, but kicks it out of bounds, and it remains Mustangs' ball. As they are slowly but surely inching it down the field. Oh.
A couple of heads there for the Clockers. It definitely getting more and more physical here in the second half. As English gets called on that one.
It's another opportunity for the Mustangs on a kick here.
Ticking down to about 33 minutes to go in the second half. 0-0 your score between the Clockers and the Mustangs. Or an Eza forming a two-person wall from about 15 yards out. Boots it up and over the wall. Tripp grabs it.
Already a lot of action for Paige Tripp here.
Certainly more than she saw in the first half.
Oh, yeah. Another good header from Allie Laughlin, and she's got Ellie Braden streaking down this near sideline.
Good pressure by Braden. Forces that turnover. I mean, she never touched it, but it was clearly, you know, that
intimidation factor.
Yeah, that Norwood defender was hearing footsteps all the way. So Sarah Eza with it, gets knocked out of bounds, and unfortunately a turnover here back to the Mustangs.
Headed towards the middle of the field. Marchetti steps up on it, looking for Laughlin on the near side. Molly Orr with a shot on goal. Play is made by the Norwood keeper. First shot on goal of the second half for the Clockers, so, you know, starting to push the ball.
English with another one-on-one battle here and another whistle.
And they're calling that on her too.
Yeah. Calling some kind of an elbow, a clearing kind of a thing, but got to call those both ways.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they're calling her on those.
Mm-hmm. So free kick here for Norwood right at midfield. Looks like a line of players just set up there at the 15. They're moving her back to the Norwood side of the field. Everybody else moves up 5 yards.
Yep, Ashland setting its defensive line right around the 15, 20-yard line.
Brown, the first one to put a head on it, knocks it out of bounds, so a throw in for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I'm having trouble converting the people that were on that side are now on this side, so I'm gonna remember the names.
Brown intercepts another one, but it forces another throw in. A little bit further into Ashland territory. Again, yard by yard, Norwood is methodically moving its way down the field.
If it works, keep working it. Alexa Robinson on that far side in a one-on-one battle.
Double team.
Yeah, it becomes a 3-on-1 battle.
Centering pass works.
Good step up by the Ashland defender. I can't see who that was. I think
There's
it was
Eza.
Ellie Braden. Eza kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be Norwood ball again on the far sideline. Good double move.
Brown knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah. And once again, Norwood inching down the field.
I've worked it all the way down into the corner now, where it gets knocked aside. It's still going to be a throw-in, not over the goal line, of course. Ball's getting closer and closer to that box. Now it's kicked out of bounds, and finally a turnover goes the Clocker way. We'll have a goal kick here, Paige Tripp. As we tick down under 30 minutes to go in the second half.
This is Catherine Carter taking the goal kick. Brown steps up on it. Alexa Robinson kicks it towards the other side of the field. Tied up in the middle of the field. Katie English trying to turn the corner.
Gets ridden out of bounds, but they're going to say it's off of Norwood, so good opportunity here for the Clockers. They're going to have a throw in here at midfield.
There's a call that goes Katie's way.
And the Clockers are bringing everybody up.
Oh, it's not even a throw in there. They are giving Katie the call there.
So here's the boot. Sarah Eza gets tied up a bit. Ball gets pushed back outside onto Molly Orr's foot. Molly still has it. There's a collision.
Once again, no call. And that was Katie English, by the way, who got the call on the far sideline.
Norwood comes up with it. Carter has it now for the Clockers. Good header by Norwood. It'll sail out of bounds. And this will be Lutka to throw in here on the near sideline.
Right to English.
Who's met immediately.
Good pass to Allie Laughlin, who's looking down the sideline to Ellie Braden.
Braden knows she should have just let that one go instead of try to play it.
Yeah, he
Love
did
to
the
have
moment.
that one back. Is that Tiago Moda making the play down there?
I did see that, yeah.
Okay.
Showing off the skills.
Grabbing a wayward ball out of bounds. Here's another throw in for Lutka. Looking for somebody to get open. Throws it right between two Norwood defenders. And now Ashland playing the Mustang game and inching their way methodically down the sideline.
Yeah, you saw me pointing for that. I knew that was Ashland
Molly
ball.
Orr misplays that one.
Just overstepped it. Maddie Marchetti makes a nice play defensively, but Norwood's got the momentum now. No one near that pass as Catherine Carter steps up, but it's intercepted by a Norwood player. Ashland is just getting in the way of some of these passes, and they're going to say that's the Clockers' ball. That's big. Sarah Ezra, yeah.
Really physical right now.
Pushing each other. They're going to call that one on Eza.
Sarah, of course, her two brothers on the boys soccer team. Winners today over Norwood, 6-1.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the stat line for that game. Who scored? How they each played.
There's a long pass into the far corner for the Mustangs. It's still loose, trying to work their way toward the box. Headed aside by Carter, but not out. Eza now has a foot on it, off a Norwood player, and now up ahead to Laughlin. She's 2-on-4 at midfield.
Quickly gets ridden off the ball, but
Braden
wow.
couldn't. It was a spinning
The
ball.
backspin.
Yeah, Braden couldn't play that one. Orr's trying to make that, and Marchetti trying to settle it. Up ahead to Eza, but over her head, and knocked away by Norwood. Good step up there by Brown, but Norwood ends up with it, marching down the field onto the near sideline now, and that one's going to trickle out of bounds. Misplay there by Jenna Nauman. Yep.
This ball seems to be very inflated.
So we are getting some substitutions now, very similar to the first half, as Eza's going to step off along with Braden.
Julie
And
Schreiber, Kobe Lima coming in. Good idea, yeah.
Thinking the same thing. But Norwood will gain control. A throw in here. Controlled by Norwood. Again, some physical activity there, or putting the pressure on. Lima couldn't quite get that one around the defender. English with it now. A little bit of body on the body there. This one is going to go out of bounds. Tripp just going to let it go rolling wide, short side.
Yeah, Jenna Nauman turned the corner. I believe that was Jenna Nauman who turned the corner there for Norwood and got a shot on goal.
So Marchetti's going to take this one, as Norwood is playing a very tight matchup defense right now. Tried to connect with Orr, didn't quite work out, but it's booted out now by midfield. Norwood has it. Will they control it?
Kobe Lima steps up on it, but the Norwood player wins the battle. That's number 4, Erin Reen on defense, who beat Kobe Lima in the one-on-one.
Lima again getting heavy pressure on defense.
Yeah.
Norwood forces the turnover at midfield. They've got a player open, but can't connect. Marchetti was trying to leave it for Lutka.
Ooh,
Couldn't quite work out. Here comes Tripp. Kick it out of harm's way. Up to Orr, who can't control it. And now Lutka to Orr. Ball still loose right on the sideline. The double team by the Clockers. And now out of bounds. It's going to go Mustang way.
Ball was tied up for a little bit.
Ream on the throw-in to Lutka. English will
Yeah,
just get it out of
the middle.
bounds.
Get it out of the middle. Smart play.
Okay.
Easy
Another
call there,
turnover.
yeah.
Yep.
Throw-in goes to Julia Schreiber, who goes back.
Wow.
Oh, they're calling this one close.
So Michaela Reen goes out. I can't quite make out the number of who's replacing her, but we'll get it for you. It looks like it's Allie Steves who's come into the game for the Mustangs. That was a good throw-in pass, but all for naught. Kicked out of bounds by the Mustangs. Another goal kick here for the Clockers. So Marchetti will take this one on the near side. Long kick, but right to Norwood, and it's turned over. English had it for a moment, can't get it out. It's still in here. Norwood with control, broken up by Lima. Lima will take it to the far side of the field and push her way up. There's a blatant shove by Lima that is not called as she got frustrated getting ridden off the ball there.
Yeah, Norwood seems to be winning the physical game right now. Ashland is trying to battle back in terms of physicality, but they just keep getting called for it, while Norwood seems to be getting away with some stuff and also just playing cleanly and still riding the Ashland players off the ball.
I mean, Norwood was playing very tight defense in the first half. It's gotten even tighter here in the second.
Yeah.
Almost like a trailing player was able to get a shot, almost a shot on goal there. It landed just about on the goal line out of bounds, so it'll be another attempt here by Carter this time on the far side of the box.
Molly Orr subs out for Anna McGinnis to applause from the hometown fans. Molly Orr, one of the seniors on this team. Getting some more playing time because of senior night.
That one's kicked out of bounds. Clocker ball, throw in here. Trying to find Letachevsky, but it loose still at midfield. The two teams just keep giving the ball back and forth to each other. Clocker's trying another little triangle. Couldn't quite get it up to Laughlin. Lutka pushing it ahead. Nor with a long boot. They don't have numbers, and they don't have control either. McGinnis with it.
Over to Brown. She's got someone open. Once again, Norwood takes it right back.
Carter got a head on it, but it went the wrong way. This one's going to kept in for the moment by Brown, but now out of bounds by, still in bounds. How about that? Lima fighting through and now out of bounds. Clocker ball.
Well, they've got some momentum. Well, Norwood had some strong opportunities early on, but the game seems to have slowed down like it did at the very start of the first half. Ball seems to be getting kind of bottled up between the 40s again.
Almost a ball hand.
She might have a shot, takes it. It's going to be wide left. You thought I was going to say it, didn't you? Wide far side, there it is.
Short side.
That's far side.
It's not.
What? It's for us, it's the far side.
Maybe during the next timeout, I'll explain to you how the difference between short side and long side.
Okay.
By the way, you should know that your grandmother is not keeping track of your activities, since she clearly doesn't know that you and I are on the air right now. I just got a phone call.
Nice.
Oh, just kept in by Schreiber and then knocked out of bounds. Great effort by Schreiber, and she'll get the throw in here.
Yeah, maybe you should text her the link.
This one is going to go out of bounds. A goal kick here for the Mustangs.
I did not get a phone call, so just making sure.
Okay, we're getting a bouncing ball right now. Both teams just handing the ball back and forth to each other. Another turnover right there. And dropped into the Ashland zone. Controlled by Carter, dishing it off to Lutka. To Schreiber. Again, every time a ball gets onto an Ashland foot,
Allie Laughlin.
they're immediately met. But here's a break. Laughlin on her horse. She's got the shot if she takes it. There it is, right on. By the time she was able to take that shot, like the angle had closed on her, and great play by the keeper to come out and take down the angle.
Yeah, Laughlin not happy with herself on that one. But hey, the best opportunity Ashland has had so far this half.
Absolutely. Got to put that in the back of Norwood's mind that they can, at times, go on the offense.
Yeah, do that.
Get some shots on goal. Under 17 minutes to go in the game now. Still 0-0 between the Clockers and the Mustangs. Schreiber has her pass blocked aside and out of bounds. Clocker ball.
Finds Katie English, who can't control it, but Ashland still comes out with the ball. And English gets the call there too.
Okay, so free kick for the Clockers. Marchetti taking it.
I'm telling you, you mentioned that she was getting a lot of calls that weren't going her way. Ever since you've said that, there have been 2 that have gone her way.
Laughlin with a left foot pass attempt. Broken up, but it's going to be right onto a Ashland foot. They can't take advantage of it.
Yeah, that was Corinna Brown, I believe.
Ledichevsky tracking this one down. It'll be Clocker ball. Good pressure by Ledichevsky to force that turnover. Lima couldn't quite get to that one in time, close the distance. Good header there. Back and forth we go. Carter with it now. Drops it, nice little triangle again. Nice play there. Lima now with it. Oh.
Wow, no call there. Hans Brown.
Plenty of people were trying to tell Carter that she was getting a defender. She was drawing a defender from behind, and I'm not sure she realized it.
If she did, I mean, she made the play. It just wasn't very quick.
That one goes off Schreiber's foot and out of bounds. Lutka with it. Over to McGinnis.
Plenty of space.
That was the right move. Couldn't connect, though. Lima was right on top of another teammate.
English has Schreiber and goes to her. Passes a little behind, and she goes back to Ludka.
Headed aside beautifully by a Norwood defender. Lutka putting the pressure on. It's on to Schreiber's foot. Centering pass. Give and go. Schreiber
had a long way to go. This would be out on Norwood, and it is.
If you saw the path Schreiber took, it was almost like she was rounding third to get to that ball.
And she still almost got there. McGinnis with some space.
Good communication there. Too far for Lima. That was a great idea.
Just over her head.
Yep.
Another good opportunity for the Clockers, though.
Norwood keeper boots it away. Over to midfield, headed beautifully by Marchetti.
Ooh.
Friendly fire. Okay. Schreiber, good strategic play there on the far side, near sideline. Here's a shot on goal. Couldn't quite get it over the outstretched reach of the Norwood keeper.
Oh, I was so ready for
idea.
that. Yeah, throw-ins aren't usually her thing, but she made the right play, threw it to Allie Laughlin, went right back to Schreiber, who almost scored there.
I feel like the Clockers know they've got a mismatch for Schreiber, that she's got the speed. Here she goes again. Centering attempt blocked aside by the keeper.
Schreiber's creating a lot of opportunities. Only a sophomore, too.
As we tick down to about 13 minutes to go now in the game. Still deadlock, 0-0. Mustangs, Clockers, WACA-TV. This one out of bounds, and it'll go Mustangs' way. Clockers have had some sustained offensive opportunities for the last few minutes, but now it's going to be a good opportunity for the Mustangs. We got a timeout on the field.
First one of the game. As, what are we at? Just under 13 minutes left to go.
So I want to remind folks, of course, that you can follow Ashland Sports on Twitter, including the Clocker AD handle. Of course, that's Stephen Marks. He does a great job on social media, keeping us all informed of all the scores, games coming up. You can also, for the girls soccer, you've got Clocker Soccer G for the girls soccer team. And of course, you can always follow us here at WACA-TV Ashland. That's our handle on Twitter.
Clocker Soccer. How did I never put those two words together? I like it.
A little slow on the uptake. That's okay. So do again want to take a moment to thank our crew tonight. One-man show, Mr. Connor Donovan, the maestro.
Connor Donovan. The one and only. Take a bow.
And again, looking ahead for programming here on WACA-TV, of course, Chase and I will be back here tomorrow night, girls volleyball.
Yeah, not this exact spot. We mentioned earlier we're going to be about a couple hundred yards away in the gym.
But we will be right here on WACA-TV.
That's true. That's true.
So again, if you can't make it into the gym, be sure to tune in.
Yeah, check us out.
It's not like there's going to be a Red Sox playoff game on later that night. Oh, wait, there is. Game 6. Okay.
It's a big one, too. And once again, I'm sure that game is going to be in the forefront of the Ashland players' minds, trying to close out the three-game sweep.
Again, I mean, the word on the street is that if that girls volleyball game does go long, if they go into a fourth or a fifth set, that they will delay the first pitch down in Houston. So viewers don't have to make that decision that they can only watch one or the other.
Yeah.
Of course, you could always put the game on the TV and just stream us on your phone or on your tablet, your mobile device, on Facebook Live or on YouTube. So we're back in here, second half action. Girls soccer taking on the Norwood Mustangs. 12:20 to go in the second half. Deadlocked, 0-0. Mustangs with another good opportunity here deep in Ashland territory with the throw-in. Broken up nicely. Clockers try to come out with it and do.
Good cutback.
There's Ledichevsky. Finally ran into one too many Mustangs and turns the ball over. Is that Molly Orback? No, I can't see numbers. That was Catherine Carter trying to clear that one out. Still kept in by the Mustangs. Knocked out of bounds by Brown. Stymie, if you've heard this before, but it's going to be a Mustang throw-in on the far sideline. Centering attempt thwarted by McGinnis. English pushes it further out onto Colby Lima's foot.
Plenty of time and space.
Allie Laughlin sprinting ahead. Lima draws a crowd.
Cuts back. Looking for the pass. Finds Schreiber. It's a great find. He's got nowhere to go with it. Looking for Allie Laughlin in the middle of the field who's got an opportunity.
Almost a collision.
She went over the line. Oh, looks like the goalie might have gone over out of that goalie box with her hand on the ball. Oh.
Ref was right there. Didn't seem to agree with you, Chase, but all for naught. Nice header by Carter using her height advantage.
She also did a good job of not drawing the call there.
But a call made there. It goes against the Clockers. Mustangs will have free kick back here in Clocker territories. We're down under 11 minutes to go in the second half.
Still 0-0. Yeah. We saw them tie the first time they met, but that was 2-2. This is a little different.
Carter heads that one out of the way.
She's looking, is that
She is flying. Here we go again.
Oh,
Kicked aside and a collision with the keeper. She's down. No whistle. They're going to let this one play on.
it's
Net
Alexa
is empty,
Robinson.
but the Clockers can take advantage.
It was Alexa Robinson streaking down the middle of the field and almost making a play on that. Mustang goalie just got there in time.
Okay. Clocker fans aren't going to like that one, but the call goes for the Mustangs. They'll get the throw in their own end. About 9.5 to go now in the second half, still deadlocked. Mustangs moving it down the far sideline, brushed aside by the Clockers. Kicked out of bounds by the Mustangs, so it'll be Clocker ball right around midfield. It was Ledachevsky trying to find Lima, couldn't do it. Out of bounds. Clocker ball.
There it
McGinnis
is.
will throw in. Okay, centering to Laughlin. Laughlin looks up, dishes off.
Katie English looking towards the middle of the field, but it splits two Ashland players.
Might have been a miscommunication there. I think she was expecting Schreiber to cut for the net. There's a long boot. Almost a handball call on Ledachevsky. I'm surprised they let that one go. She looked like she kind of just mistimed that one, misaligned. Lutka heads it. English heads it.
Back and forth game. No team has really controlled everything in this game.
But I mean, it just seems like every pass is contested.
Yeah.
And again, here in the second half, it's been the screws have been turned a little tighter on defense on both sides. And again, we've been seeing that in the form of a little bit more chippy play, a little bit more physical play. As this one goes against the Clockers, it'll be a throw in for the Mustangs. We tick down under 8 minutes to go in the second half.
Oof. This one's going to come down to the wire.
Mustangs apparently in no rush.
Yeah, that's surprising to me.
So this is looks like not a throw in. It's going to be a free kick.
Yeah. The tempo at which they're playing is entirely different from that of the Clockers. Ashland came out pushing the tempo, trying to go as fast as they could, and it almost worked out for them with Julia Schreiber's shot on goal. And then Norwood is, taking their sweet time. Allie Laughlin in the middle of the field. Got a player on. Julia Schreiber's got space on this near sideline.
Got it under control right along the edge of the sideline.
She
Slow
can
down
keep
a little bit to try and pick up some teammates. She's going to take the corner.
Wow. Steps over it. Good play.
Stepped over it despite a huge shove in the back.
No call.
With no call.
Yeah.
So
Great heads-up play.
It'll be a corner kick. Great opportunity here for the Clockers. Let's see if they can connect. Anna McGinnis in the corner for the Clockers. Thompson in the box. So's Katie English. A lot of movement there. Thompson had it for a moment, couldn't control it. One-timer, tried to head it. Laughlin just missed it.
That would have been a cool play.
That would have been interesting. And the keeper just boots it out of harm's way.
Brown,
nice
great
control.
play. And just like that, Ashland's got at least, well, never mind. Shouldn't have said anything.
Carter's going to track this one down. I don't know what that play was.
It's the right one.
Okay. Clocker ball. 6 minutes to go in the second half.
Let me tell you, those plays are fun to watch.
McGinnis has to come back to that ball on that throw-in.
I don't think she knew that there was someone right behind her.
The way this game's been going, everybody should know there's always somebody right behind you.
Don't wait for the ball. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. Go to the ball.
Yep. Relatively uncontested throw-in here for the Mustangs. Some great pressure there by McGinnis.
Laughlin takes it away.
Yep, picks it up. Dropping it for
Schreiber.
Schreiber drawing a double team now on the sideline. Centering attempt here for Laughlin. Pushing further ahead, couldn't quite get it to Lima. Thompson with it now. She gets ridden aside. Carter steps up. English pushing back now to Machete. McGinnis
Looking
sends
for
it.
Laughlin.
Laughlin stayed on side. She's the first one there. Gets it under control. Shot!
Saved
Another
by the
huge
fingertips. Oh,
She put it right where she wanted to, but that keeper got up and got it.
wow. I saw just like a tiny bit of space. Ugh. Saved by the fingertips.
I'm starting to wonder if they should try going low on her, because going high isn't working.
Yeah. Yeah, go bottom left, bottom right.
So by the way, on that shot, from where Allie was, if she had shot it to the right of the net and wide, that would have been short side wide. If she had shot it,
Is it because she was standing on
the right
side?
side.
Okay, I get it now.
that's the short side of the net.
Looking for Schreiber on the near sideline. She's got control of it, but it's taken away by a Mustang player. Good play by
pinching in,
yeah,
yep.
Corinna Brown.
That was Letka, actually.
Oh,
Tough call there. Goes against the Clockers. It'll be a throw in here for the Mustangs. Under 4 minutes to go now in the second half. Couldn't quite connect there. Letka
tough
trying
angle.
to find Schreiber. Over Schreiber's head. Centering attempt. Carter has it. Pushing ahead to Thompson.
going backwards. Tries to get it to Brown, and it's taken away by a Mustang player.
They've got some numbers.
Yeah,
Here's a shot. Right in on trip. Easy peasy.
Oof. Looking for Schreiber again. That's who they've been running the offense through.
Schreiber on a double team. Can't beat it. Driven further into Ashland territory.
Taken away by Thompson. Her and McGinnis bunched up in the middle of the field. Kobe Lima goes backwards before going forwards. Gets it back. Katie English looking for Schreiber, and it goes to a Norwood defender instead. All right, Ledka going to throw it in now. And
Getting some fresh legs here for the last few minutes of the game.
taking out,
Ledichevsky coming in.
yep, Lima and
Thompson.
Thompson coming out as,
Looks like is that Alexa Robinson just in?
I think it's a number 2, I believe. So I think it's Sophie Ledichevsky here on this near side.
Yeah, Ledichevsky come in, but I think Alexa is in as well.
Okay.
McGinnis
Makes the right
directing traffic. Far side to Alexa. Alexa up to,
play. Ledichevsky.
Yep.
Dribbling through a crowd.
yeah, got a triple team going there. McGinnis tied up, can't get to it. Over to Alexa, a little give and go. Ledichevsky gets a foot, deflecting off. Little collision. Ball still loose in the box. Brushed aside and out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Clockers. Great efforts by the two players who've just come into the game, some fresh legs.
Yeah, Ledichevsky was playing a great physical game there, bodying the much taller defender.
Okay, another throw-in attempt here. Brown trying to find Ledichevsky, can't reach her. English now, going to kick back, I believe, to Carter.
All the way back to the 40. Carter kicks it to a Norwood defender, and now they're starting to push the tempo.
Okay, under 2 minutes to go in the game now. Time being kept on the field. Schreiber, some good pressure there.
McGinnis steps up, almost takes it away, and they're going to call a trip on Norwood. That one goes McGinnis's way, and now Ashland's got the ball on their own 40.
A little surprised by that call. Don't disagree with it. Just surprised it was made.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Here's Marchetti. Long kick on the near side. It squirts through. Schreiber, one-on-one, can't beat the defense. This one's pushed ahead. Lucca tried to get a foot in there. Here's English tracking it down over to Carter. Defense really pinching in right now, trying to get that one goal, that game winner. McGinnis back to English. Back to McGinnis right up the middle.
Takes the shot.
Again, I'm wondering if there's a miscommunication there because she had Laughlin. Like if she can drop that ball in instead of putting it on net, Laughlin probably could have gotten to it. Aggressive attempt by Brown goes over her head.
Didn't step up on it fast enough.
This ball's still loose right around midfield.
Yep.
Trying to find Laughlin now. Nice little touch passes. Ledachevsky tries to split the defense.
Time is now being kept on the field as Ashland
Shot.
has some momentum.
Blocked aside. Kept in by the Clockers. Brown, nice step up. Can't find a teammate. And this is brushed aside by Norwood.
This is staying in the Norwood zone. Ashland has all the momentum right now. They need to take advantage of it. Far side, Alexa Robinson finds McGinnis in the middle. With some space, taken away by the Mustangs. Ludwig steps all the way up for that one. Ludka, sorry.
English and McGinnis. Back to Brown. Alexa takes a shot. McGinnis with a long shot in on net. We get a whistle, and that's your ball game.
Wow.
It's like she knew that she had her final seconds. I was wondering why she took that shot, but that's going to be your final tonight. Deadlocked 0-0 between the Clockers and the Norwood Mustangs. So the two soccer teams, boys and girls, go 1-0-1 today. Boys, of course, 6-1 winners over Norwood earlier today, and the girls 0-0, the tie, the deadlock here at the Plateau here in Ashland.
Yeah, and for Ashland, it's their 5th tie of the season and their 4th tie at home for senior night. Big games from Alexa Robinson, Julia Schreiber. Paige Tripp in net was fantastic.
Don't want to forget Allie Laughlin over a
course,
couple of really good opportunities, good shots on net. But all for naught here on senior night. So again, congratulations to the 7 members of the class of 2022 here for the girls soccer team. That'll do it for us here for girls soccer. For Chase Abrams, I'm Josh Abrams saying, hey, catch up with us tomorrow night, girls volleyball here on WACA-TV.